Hey gang, this is Mike with my real estate dojo. And something that I see that blows my mind is that how the corporations have it where we have so much depreciation. For example, when you buy a car, supposedly it's supposed to depreciate. You know, why? Because Kelly Blue Book say so, or NADA said so, or the car dealership say so. And the truth of it is 2 points, is that this is all hearsay in a sense. These manufacturers want your car to depreciate, okay? The insurance companies want your car to depreciate, so if you have to make a claim, they don't have to pay you as much. And what that does is, what brings me in talking about this video about gold, is that it robs you of your youth and your energy. For example, I see so many people buy the newest TV, or they're like me, they'll buy the newest iPhone, and then, or the newest gadget, the newest car, or house, and then after some time, you know, we need a new upgrade, or our house has negative equity, or the car has negative equity because of depreciation. Let's talk about the phone. You know, I just bought the iPhone 6 Plus, you know, short while ago. Now they got the 7, and a couple of more years they're gonna have 8 and 9. And what happens with my 6 Plus? Nothing. It's out of date. The updates don't work anymore, and I won't have features. So what does that do? It forces me to buy a newer model. And what does that do for you and me? What that does, it robs us of our youth. It robs us of our energy, because we're constantly in the mindset of what the corporations want, which is for us to keep buying the newest and newest and newest, because it depreciates, or you won't be able to get some kind of functionalities or features or whatever it is. In the sense of an iPhone, you're not going to be able to do some cool features, or you're going to have slower internet or whatever. Same thing happens with cars. You buy a car, you know, after a while, supposedly it depreciates, you can't buy, and it loses value, and what happens is you lose value. But now, if you take that to, for example, the side effect, what does that do? It's 2 side effects. One, as I mentioned, it robs me and you of our life, or our value, because supposedly these things depreciate. But number 2, what it does is that it fucks up the environment, fucks up Mother Earth, because the Federal Reserve is printing out money that the federal government is borrowing, and it's in circulation, and this money we're printing is not backed by gold or by anything that's like related to the amount of resources the planet has, because gold and silver equates to the amount of resources the planet has. We're printing this shit out of a machine doesn't equate with that. So we could print all day long, and what happens is it makes the corporations want us to buy the newest gadgets and the newest cars, because it supposedly depreciates or doesn't upgrade anymore, or we have negative equity or whatever. And now we're just sucking up the resources of the planet over and over and over the newest gadget, instead of making a product that's really good and maybe replacing 1 part or 2 part and keeping that product. We don't have to just throw it away, you know what I mean? Every time we want to get a new thing, just throw it away, you know, or get a whole new one. Because what happens to the old stuff, like the new old iPhone? What's going to happen to that, or all cars we're buying? So the point of the story is that 3 ideas. 1, if you're buying depreciating assets, like if you're buying TVs and cell phones and the newest car and the newest belt and the newest whatever, what's going to happen is eventually you're going to have all these things, but if you ever try to sell it, nobody's going to give you even 10 cents on a dollar or 20 cents on a dollar, okay? If you're lucky. 2, it robs you of your youth and energy, because when you accumulate these things, they depreciate or lose value, because big corporations, insurance companies, all these NADA, you know, all these people make all this money to come up with this fucking story to sell you, where you have to keep buying a new car, or buying a new phone, or and ruin the earth, resources, and at the same time robbing you of hanging out with your kids, right? Hanging out with your family, or doing stuff you really love to do. Like if it's painting, if it's writing a book, is whatever the fuck it is robbing you from doing that because you gotta keep getting a job, keep working, and keep working. And the point I'm saying with this story is that if you're gonna buy something that's stupid, you're gonna blow stupid, you're better off buying like gold jewelry, okay? And let me give you a good example of why. If you buy $2,000 a chain, and then you buy a $2,000 TV, okay? In 5 years, your TV is time for a new TV, and nobody's gonna give you nothing for it. Maybe $200 if you're fucking lucky. This same gold, at the worst case scenario, is gonna be priced exactly $2,000. But it's going to be better. It's going to be priced more because of inflation, because the Fed keeps printing money, and then number two, because gold prices are going up because we're printing so much money. And so the point I'm saying is, if you're going to spend your money on stupid stuff like TVs and shoes and fancy clothes, you're better off buying gold, because you can use that product and later on you're able to sell it and get your money's worth. Where on a TV or iPhone or the Gucci watch or whatever, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to actually lose money, and you're going to lose your youth and energy in some propaganda, some scheme that insurance companies, big corporations, all these people have came up with to say, oh no, this beautiful phone, now it's 3 years old, it's not capable to still function anymore, and you have to upgrade or buy a new one because you can't use the newest internet that we have or whatever. See what I'm saying? That robs you. So be smart with your money. Don't buy depreciating assets. And if you're gonna buy a depreciating asset, don't do it. Buy something that's equivalent to it, okay, but doesn't depreciate. Like for example, in this example, gold. You buy $2,000, 10 years later, it's worth $2,000, if not more. Simple, dude, okay? All right, guys, if you like these videos, hustle and bustle, don't take no for an answer, and please tell your friends and family about me. Thank you so much.